Chad Decker. How are
Hey,
you doing this morning?
I'm doing well.
I said good morning before the live button even.
You did. It's crazy how things work sometimes.
Yeah,
Man.
I'm going off of the countdown, and you got to hit live earlier.
Well, I hit live at 15 seconds today, my man.
So, did you? Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I usually at 30 next time.
Wow. Then it would probably start at 29, and so people would have to wait. Yeah. So, yeah. Hey, North Dakota time. Can we talk about it quick?
Sure.
Okay. So, tell me, the man that's busier than a Shannon Sharp sex tape tells me that I'll be on at 10. And then you say I'll be on in a few. And then it's like, so
that's 10:13. We're not bad. You know?
So just tell me what gives, brother. When
are we ever on time? I mean,
well, it's usually not because of me.
Really?
No, listen. Okay. I'm just going to tell you, my wife is from North Dakota. Obviously, my in-laws are from North Dakota, and they are always like, hey, we'll be there at 10.
Yeah, and we'll be there when we're there, man.
Well, it's 10:15, 10:30. So it's legit. It's a legit thing. I'm not making, I'm kind of making fun of you. But what do you do, you know?
Well, what do you do if you're early? You sit there and, boy, what I come so early for?
Yeah.
You know?
Why not? I mean, so do you show up to church late? Just kidding. Just curious.
No, we're pretty close to on time.
You're close to
We're close to on time.
Okay.
We've gone there earlier before, and when you had the younger kids, you're battling an extra 15 minutes trying to, all right, yeah, it's going to start here. Just 5 more minutes.
Right.
Here it's like you walk in at 2 minutes, and all of a sudden, priest is walking up. We're good to go. Here we go.
You just sat down and you realize I had a good one this morning. I forgot to zip up my zipper.
Yeah, then you got to stand up and sing your first hymn, buddy.
That's right. Yeah. So just back in the day when our kids were little, my father's always been, if you're not 15 minutes early, you're late. So I'm not that extreme, but I like getting there early. I think it's kind of a disservice to your clergymen if you have a priest or a father or a pastor or whoever. But if you walk in like 5 minutes late, to me, that's like disrespectful. I don't know.
But you also got to realize that there's other things in other people's life. You have no idea why I'm walking in 10 minutes late. I mean, I don't think I'm setting up to go, I'm going to be disrespectful today. I'm going to walk.
No, I know. But the one time I didn't want to go to church and we were like 5 minutes late, I'm like, we're not going. I turned around and went home.
Wow.
So.
Yeah, but you got to realize you still had 55 minutes of church. And you took it out on the 5 minutes that you were late.
Yeah, well, there you go. Anyways.
Yeah. What did you teach your family that day?
Be on time. Be on time.
All right. So anyways.
Yeah, so let's talk Tua. Let's talk Tua.
Yeah. He got okay, first off, it wasn't Hamlin's fault.
No, not at all.
I've seen, and it's not just like the normal Joe out there. It's like ESPN and NFL.com saying big hit by Hamlin knocks Tua out. I'm like, you can't even put that as they do that to get the people in there right away.
Yeah. But, and so that's what they kind of count on and hope for that. And I text you last night. I'm like, wow, it's kind of weird because of it was Hamlin, because of what happened to him a couple of years ago and that. But as that quarterback, I mean, I've had a diagnosed concussion. That's the newest word out there, to where I had to sit out. Man, you're foggy. Some days you're good. You think like you're on your way, and then all of a sudden, 2 days later, you're like, what in the world? Why can't I think what my name is? So if you're him, what do you do today, Nolan? Do you say I'm done with football, or do you say I'm going to try one more time?
You hope he says I'm done with football.
Yeah.
The millions and the millions of dollars and darn well the GM isn't going to say, hey, you make your own decision for you.
Right.
I think the GM and the coach are going to say, hey, Tua, we need you. Can you just make it through this season? We'll get you cleared. I just think there's too much put on professional sports winning. And yeah, they start off 1-5, then you put them on the shelf.
Yeah. So everything I read this morning is saying that they should put them on the, what is it, the 4-game
IR. Yeah.
That just kind of gives everybody that chance just to kind of like, okay, let's step back and let's do this and let's do that. I think that's the best plan for right now. But I don't know. If I was him, I would probably say I'm done. And I'm what, 20, did they say he's like 26?
Yeah.
I want to make it to 36, man, you know?
Well, I mean, he's probably going to make it well past then, but when he's in his 40s, what will he be like?
Well, that's what I mean.
That's when dementia and stuff like that from the
CTE and all that starts coming. And, you know, I mean, he's his own person. He can do whatever he wants. If it was me, I would probably retire before I, you know, but I think he's got that passion though too, you know?
Right. And we said that after the last one where he was laying there. I mean, that was a very serious one. You're thinking, yeah, I'm done.
Yeah.
I mean, you've seen offensive linemen or just a normal player that comes out and say, hey, I'm retiring from football. It's like, well, they're only 23. Well, you know what? They see what's happening in the NFL. They see what's in the locker room. They're going, you know what? There's numerous people that say, hey, you going to go do this? I'm like, no, I'm good. I haven't torn Achilles or blown an ACL. I'm surviving. Why would I go out at 52 and try to shred my Achilles so I can, you know?
Yeah. No, I'm with you on that. It's crazy. You hit it on the head though, is that, you know, I don't think the GM is in there today saying, hey, we need you. You know, I think it's going to be a couple of day kind of, hey, let's figure out what we're doing here and then kind of go from that. But I think the best thing for all involved, and this is just me, is putting him on that 4-game IR and just let it just kind of, okay, how's he feeling this week? Do we want to bring him back? Do we want to talk to him? You know, I don't know.
It didn't seem that bad,
right,
from the look of it, but the way his head hit and the way his neck went.
Well, I mean, you set me, because I was at Lily Rose's soccer game. They won 5 in a row, by the way. Go Spartans! Woo-woo. Yeah. He didn't look like when he first came off the field. You could tell he wasn't like, you know, there was that. You see that little stars in front of you and all that stuff. But yeah, later, you know, they interviewed him and all that, or they didn't interview him, but they interviewed McDonald, the head coach, and said, yeah, he's doing well. But I don't think they're going to say, he's doing really bad. He can't see out of his left eye or whatever.
Yeah, or he's got a headache. Or
right.
Yeah, you just hope they do the right thing. It's like, I know there's people out there upset because he was their fantasy quarterback. Just you know.
Oh, you have somebody that just did that, or are you just making that up? Did you just trade for him?
I didn't. No, I had a buddy that traded for him.
Oh, man.
And he was giving me crap about Caleb Williams because I traded a bunch of draft picks for him. Well, he traded a bunch of draft picks for Tua. I think we know who's in the better boat right now.
Well, yeah. Still Shannon Sharp, right? He's in the
Shannon Sharp.
Anyways, we're not going to go there. So
you don't want to go down Shannon Sharp's?
No. I think
so we might as well start off then. I guess, you know, Dick's starting to pick up some momentum here in the money.
Picked up some steam. He did. So
I needed an over last night to win some real money.
Yeah,
didn't get it,
like legit money. But
I won some fake money, and I'm feeling good about it this morning.
There you go.
So I took the Buffalo plus 2.5, Buffalo under 48.5, hit both of them. You took, now in our conversation, you were picking Miami to win, but you didn't think they were going to win by more than
1 or 2. Yeah, I thought it was going to be like a really close scoring.
So to me, I would think you should still get it wrong, but I mean, we'll give you the plus.
Well, that's your those are your rules, man. I'm just playing by your rules.
I know.
So
you went 1 for 1. So I made $400. You made 200.
Yeah. So
you made 100.
Only 100. Yeah.
Yeah.
That I did. So we'll continue on with our picks for this week, and we're gonna continue on with our NFC North picks. And the first one I got on here is I'll go first. I got San Fran at my Minnesota Vikings, and we got San Fran is favored by 5. and the over-under is 46.5. And I'm right now, I'm going to buy into the Sam Darnold magic, and I'm going to say the Vikings. I'm not saying they're going to win, but again, we've always played San Fran well. Our defense is stoked from last week. I'm going to say that the Vikings, if they lose, they'll lose by like 3. And I'm going to say it's going to be a low-scoring game. So I'm taking the Vikings, and I'm going under 46.5.
I'm going to go total opposite of you on both.
Okay.
I'm going San Francisco -5 and going to take the over. I think San Francisco's going to score. Minnesota's going to score as well, but
okay,
I don't think they'll be able to keep up with the guy that I got Purdy.
Yeah. Okay. So. And you're sold on Brock Purdy now because of the last game.
Well,
I've always liked him. I thought you always liked him. You were kind of like, he's just one of those.
I've never touched him in a draft. I've never touched him in fantasy football. But now it's just kind of like, the guy's pretty consistent. I mean,
and I'll go back to calling him a systems quarterback, which you do too. And there's nothing wrong with being a systems quarterback. There's not. So, okay. Next one, Tampa at Detroit. They got Detroit favored by 7.5. And the over-under is 51.5. So I'm going to let you go first on this one, sir.
All right. Well, I'm going to take Tampa Bay's playing well. Baker Mayfield is playing well.
Yeah.
I'm going to go with the Buccaneers +7.5.
Okay.
And I'm going to go the over.
You're going to go the over.
A lot of points in the NFL, but I am going over 51.5.
Okay. Well, I also took Tampa, and for some odd reason, I went over as well. So we're exactly the same on that.
There you go.
Yeah. So, all right. Next one's for me. We'll start this one. We got the Colts at the Packers, with the Colts a 2.5-point favorite, and the over-under is 40.5. So, I gotta. Do we know if Love is playing or not? Number one.
Well,
I don't think he is.
Nowadays, we won't find out till game time, but we'll find out that they found out Friday he wasn't playing.
There you go. So I'm going to take the Colts. I'm going to take the over, and we're going to ride with that.
Yep. I'm doing both the same as well.
Doing the same? Okay. Yep. Very good. Very good. Okay. Here's one. I think I might surprise you on this one. So don't fall out of your seat, but it's your Chicago Bears at the Houston Texans Sunday night. Texans are favored by 6.5, and the over-under is 45.5.
Yeah.
You're up, my friend.
All right. I am going Chicago +6.5.
Okay.
It's going to be a field goal game, and I think it's going to go under 45.5.
And we are in the same boat on that one as well, my friend.
Yeah, I think both teams have pretty darn good defenses.
I think the defenses are going to be good. I think Caleb gets a little bit better this week. But I just don't see that many points scored in that game. I think it's going to be a defensive battle. I don't want to call it a snooze fest because it can't be a snooze fest because you and I have been to the ultimate snooze fest.
Yeah, exactly. 12-10. Yeah.
Yeah. So
what do we got different? We got the
it's just the San Fran and the Vikes is all we got different right now. And then we had one wild card game, and I don't know if you were able to pick that or not, but like we could pick our own kind of deal.
I didn't do my homework this week.
Okay, because you're busy. I get that. So mine is I will give mine first, and if you want to jump on and do the same, you can certainly do that. But we got the New York Terrible Giants versus the Washington Redskin Commander football team. Skins are favored by 1.5, and the over is 43.5. I'm taking the Skins, and I'm going under, or the Commanders and going under. That's my wild card kind of.
What was the points? Minus what?
1.5.
So you're taking Washington by 1.5, Washington under.
Yeah, and under.
Okay, I'm going to stick in the same division.
Okay.
I'm going to go with Philadelphia on the Monday night game.
Okay.
I'm going to go Philadelphia -6.5. That should be a shoe-in for them. And under.
So you don't think Kirk Cousins is going to come out and
I lose so many bets on the over that I'm just going to start going under so I can start seeing some scoring in the NFL.
Okay, gotcha.
Kirk Cousins is going to be okay. He's still a little rusty.
All right.
They've talked about him, how his stance is different.
He can't throw off that foot and blah 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 and blah yada yada yada. So
we'll see how it goes.
Yeah.
So all right, we'll finish up our picks then.
Boom, right on. Okay, so we got New Orleans at Dallas. I think I'm going to take Dallas.
Yeah.
Okay. New York Jets at the Tennessee Titans. I think I'm going to take the Jets on that one. Okay.
T-E-S or no
okay.
T-E.
Yep.
T-S.
So Seattle at New England. Who you got?
Seattle.
I'll take Seattle. So you would still need to pick the New York at Washington game.
I'll go Washington.
Okay.
And you got to pick Philadelphia?
I would pick Philly, yep. Los Angeles Chargers at the Carolina Panthers. I will take the Chargers.
Yeah, I think that's kind of a given for 17 weeks.
Yeah. I'm going to skip this next one because I want to talk. I'm going to give you my thoughts. It is the Cleveland at Jacksonville, but I'm going to give you a very huge, wow, that's going to happen this weekend. And then we got Las Vegas Raiders, the Fighting Raiders. Boy, you ever seen like the aftermath of Raiders games? There's always fans fighting in the stands. It's just freaking awesome.
I know, yeah. Yeah, good video.
Yeah, so Las Vegas Raiders at the Baltimore Ravens. I'm going to take the Ravens on that one.
Yep, I got Baltimore.
And they're -9. I don't know if they
I don't know if
beating it. Yeah, an NFL team beating another. Yeah, that's kind of weird. Los Angeles Rams at Arizona Cardinals. They got the Cardinals favored by 1. I'm going to take the Rams.
Yeah, I got the Rams.
Okay. Pittsburgh at Denver. Who are you taking?
I'm going to go with my former boy, Justin Fields.
Justin Fields. Okay, we're going to be different on this one. I'm going to go with Denver.
Okay.
I don't know. For some reason, I just think that they're going to win. I think we'll both be in agreement on this one. Cincinnati at KC. Do we even need to talk about it?
No.
Okay.
Both KC.
Okay. And then I will take Philadelphia over Atlanta. So back up to Cleveland at Jacksonville. I'm going to take Jacksonville, and this is my big thing for the weekend. I'm going to say Deshaun Watson gets benched before the first half is done.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I'm going to take Jacksonville as well.
Okay.
Cleveland is struggling. Both teams are kind of – the only thing that's going to keep Cleveland afloat is the defense. So it'll be a low-scoring game. But
no comments on Deshaun Watson? You don't want to go there or what?
No, not going down that road.
Okay. Well, just this morning, the attorney for that lady that filed the latest one says they have video and 2 witnesses that show what he did. So very interesting to see because I was it you that told me that Cleveland has an out clause?
Yes.
If he gets in trouble, that they could cut him and
save on the salary. Yeah.
Yeah. They can get rid. Yeah. Yeah. So if that comes to fruition, we'll have to see what happens. And we don't know, but who knows? So you got one big thing that's going to happen this weekend for us. I know you don't want to. Yeah, I know you don't want to talk to Deshaun Watson, but Kirk Cousins is going to throw for 500 yards. Caleb Williams is going to go for 300 yards.
I think Caleb's going to jump out of his funk. I think he's going to be fine there. We're down possibly 2 wide receivers now with Odunze and Allen out.
Oh, they're both out? What happened?
Possibly. Odunze hurt his knee.
Okay.
He has a sprained MCL, and Keenan Allen had a heel issue, and he re-aggravated that on a play last week. So, but we do have a couple good receivers that were behind him. They were hoping to keep them, and now it looks like they're going to get a chance to prove their worth. So
okay. So look for a big weekend from DJ Moore. Is what you're telling me?
Let's hope. I have him on my fantasy team. So
okay, Cole Kmet too. We want him to do well.
Kmet, I'm thinking Caleb's going to have at least 2 touchdowns. Both of them will be to Cole Kmet. this weekend.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
That'll be my prediction for the weekend. Colt Kmet scoring 2 touchdowns.
So I know you follow the Bears more than I do. And the only reason I follow the Bears is so I control you. But who have they said that Caleb has really built that relationship with? Is it Cole Kmet or is it DJ Moore? Or
that was Odunze, basically.
Was it Odunze? Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, because being rookies, kind of chiming in right together right away. So
yeah. Do you buy that, like that connection? Like, do you think Jefferson and Darnold have that? I mean, because Jefferson came out and said, "Hey, I like the guy." I mean, obviously he's not going to say, "Oh, he's a terrible quarterback."
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, he wants the ball thrown to him. So
do you buy that? That's in Darnold's head. Like, I mean, obviously with Jefferson, he's going to catch it probably 75% of the time.
Right.
So are you looking that way? I think Cousins and Jefferson had that.
Well, I think a lot of these
camaraderie.
Yeah, I think a lot of these NFL plays are called for Jefferson as the one option.
Number one. Yeah.
It goes down. So, it's not like Darnold's going to drop back and go, okay, who am I going to look for? It's like, okay, this play, we're looking for Jefferson. If he's not open, I break down to the tight end, or I go to the running back, or I go to the Addison.
Sure. Okay.
Yeah. So,
gotcha. Yeah.
And I think as an offensive coordinator, you're going to probably push to have Justin Jefferson. That's why they call him WR1 and WR2.
Correct.
Because you're going to have more plays called that you are the number one option in that play.
Right. And speaking of Addison and Naylor, those WR2 and WR3, they are both dinged up as well. And so,
is Addison playing?
Haven't heard yet. We don't know. So it'll be interesting to see. So
find out it was at 10 o'clock or
9
o'clock Central.
Yeah. So all right. Well, and I know you are a busy man today, so you got to get going. Is there anything else you want to chat about before we send you on your way to go call some high school football games this evening?
Well, we've got we haven't really talked a lot of Major League Baseball. Twins are still at 5.5.
5.5, but they've got I believe a 4-game lead in the wild card against the Tigers.
3.5 now.
Is it 3.5? Okay.
Yep.
All right.
And over on the other side in the National League, Dodgers are 5 up on Arizona, 5.5 on San Diego.
Okay. All right. Well, we'll spend a little time on Monday talking about MLB. How's that? We'll do our first power top 6 teams in the NFL as of week 2. Because I don't think you can really do it week 1 because there's flukes and all that stuff. And then we'll talk a little MLB and we'll talk about our weekend reactions. And hopefully both of our teams will be 2-0.
There you go. Let's hope.
And that would be okay. Because it would be kind of fun going into their first matchup, both undefeated. But
the Bears
and the Vikings.
We don't play till like week 12. So if we're both 12-0,
yeah. We might even go a little longer on some of these podcasts talking about who's.
We might want to get tickets now if we're going to be 12-0.
Wow. I don't know. I don't know if I can handle another 12-10 game, buddy.
Yeah, I don't know if the Vikings have it in them tomorrow. I know they pulled it off last year. I understand that, but
I know. I'm with you. I don't know. We'll find out Sunday, right?
We will.
Right on. So where are our football travels taking you today, sir?
Heading up to New England, which is 40 miles down the road, which isn't bad.
Which isn't bad. Gotcha. But you got a few things you got to
jump, but got to get on the road, get a couple interviews and all that good stuff. So
right on. So one more thing before we go. So if it's a blowout and it's, like on TV, they start showing where frickin' I can't remember last night. I was watching it. I don't know who it was. Oh, Josh Allen. They have a pistachio farm. And so they started showing pictures of Josh Allen's parents' pistachio farms.
Oh, no. I don't have audio or I don't have video. So,
but what when it's like 45-10, do you just kind of play by play, or do you just like, hey, Fred, how's your wife doing? Okay.
You do continue to do play by play, but yeah, you get into the probably chit chat with the guy next door, the PA guy that's saying names wrong or something.
Yeah, there you go. I mean, and then what do you do during commercial breaks? That was one thing I've always wanted to ask you too. Do you just kind of like write stuff down and like, you know, or look over?
If we're down 45-10.
Yeah, well, just
if
in
we're
general.
Down 45-10, I just kind of
scratch your head.
All right, now we're back.
We're back, folks. But you know,
if
like
we're up 45-10, then you just kind of you're on the road. Hey, PA guy, you're not very vocal anymore, buddy. Let's go.
Yeah. So what if it's like 10-10 during a commercial break? What do you do? Like you send it to commercial break, right? Like you push a button, it sends it back to your stadium.
And it all depends on who's around you.
Okay.
I mean, if it's your color guy, then you're like, hey, it's a exciting game, you know, talk a little bit. But if it's nobody's there, you're just kind of like,
you want to go
going on here?
Do you want to go get Wild Wings afterwards?
Hey, Chad, this is a good game. You should be here.
Yeah. Well, I'll have to tune in tonight because everybody's working at my house. So I got a Friday night
time,
6 Mountain Time, and you can catch that on KNDC. If you ever want to hear.
This is one of the games that we're in a smaller region, so every game's got those playoff implications. But to be the 1 or 2 seed, you got to get through the 1 and 2. And this is probably the best team in the region tonight. So we'll see where we're at.
So it could be a tough, long evening, is what you're telling me? Or
I don't know. Both teams have.
Is it a good?
It'll be a good matchup, I think.
Well, okay, cool.
I think our region's pretty even, so we're hoping for a good game tonight.
Gotcha. That'll be good to see. So,
and then we got to figure out. Anybody have suggestions on interviews? We would like to get back into our interviews with.
Yes, and we've asked a few people, and they've always said yes, but they can't go at the times we can go. So
either we need to be flexible, or they need to be flexible.
Yeah, but our flexibility isn't very flexible because
that's true.
Evenings, you and I have athletic events that we are attending.
Yeah,
you know? So
true,
but. We'll go with that. So, yeah, send Nolan or wherever you listen to us on or view us. Send us ideas, and we'll see if we can hook up a couple of interviews. Nolan pissed somebody off, so I don't think she ever wants to come on our show. So,
I had one comment. She said it was negative. Every time I'm on her commenting, it's negative. But she's got to realize if I'm a Bears fan and she's a Viking fan, it's going to sound negative no matter how I say it. I could say Justin Jefferson's a good receiver. Well, you didn't call him great. So, something like that.
So she's never coming on.
So she's never coming on. No.
Yeah. All right.
I don't care if she comes on. I'd love for her to come on.
Yeah. Yeah, and I don't know. We'll find a Detroit fan somewhere. We've tried to get those guys on there.
With anybody.
Remember last year we tried to come on to our podcast. And then crickets. Never heard from them again.
Never heard from them.
Yeah.
We got to get a few more followers to start puffing our chest out.
Well, we could certainly do that. So follow us on Facebook. Follow us. We're trying Instagram today. Give it a shot. We're on Instagram. I don't know. And then we're on YouTube. And if you really want some humorous Twitter posts, you can go to ND, and he's at KNDC Radio, and he's pretty good. He's pretty good. You,
my God, are you still talking?
Yeah.
Oh boy,
that I am, brother. Yeah. That I am.
The Bears are who we thought they were. The Bears are